Hello, beautiful people. Welcome, welcome. We're going to get right to breathing, and we're going to explore what it means to do breath-centered movement. Another term for this is meditation in motion. So it's essentially holding the breath as the primary instigator and letting everything else form itself and be cultivated and shaped by the breath. So I'm going to move back a little bit. We're going to begin sitting down. And whether we're sitting or standing, we always bring our most beautiful posture. We honor the spine as the fountain of youth in yoga and qigong. So take a moment, wiggle your feet in the floor. I'm pressing with one foot, then with the other. Take a nice breath in and let out a cleansing sigh. Just letting out old, stagnant stuff, whatever, freshening up the body, mind, and breath. Take another breath in. Exhale. Clear it all out. And one more time. In for the nose, out through, soft mouth. Let the breath find its own natural flow in and out through the nose at a pleasant pace for you at this particular time. No rush, no anything other than an invitation to simply be without trying to fix or change anything. So we've felt our feet as we continue to breathe. Now let's just rock a little bit from sit bone to sit bone to make connections to our body. So we become more aware, we remember our body. And let the rocking get a little bit smaller, until you feel yourself balanced on each sit bone. I'm going to swing around to the side. You don't have to, but I want you to see the movement of the pelvis. So now we want to exhale, let the waistline rock back, and inhale, let the waistline rock forward. I'll take one arm out of the way. You can have your hands on the tops of your hips. So we want to be gently moving, exploring, as though this is the first time you've ever done this. I'll bring my hand back. So the top of the pelvis rocks back gently on the exhale, and let the inhale tell you when it's time to rock forward. The exhale, wait for the exhale. No movement is happening without a breath leading it. Inhale, the pelvis rocks forward. Wait for the exhale. That tells you the top of the pelvis rocks back. And the inhale invites the pelvis to rock forward. Now let's relax with this. The chest and the upper body were coming along for the ride, but they weren't in the driver's seat. Now we're going to think about the breath with the chest. So let's interlace the fingers, and as we exhale, the palms push gently forward as the area between the shoulder blades presses back. The chin tucks a little bit. We relax the hands, and as we inhale, we brush the upper arms and hands back, opening the chest. Exhale, we bring the interlaced fingers together in front of the chest, push forward a little bit, and wait for the inhalation to tell you to start to move, flowing the hands back. Think about your breath. Exhale is telling you to make the cat shape in your upper body, and inhalation is directing the shift, and we're using the whole inhalation to open the chest. Wait for the exhalation to give you the time and space, the timing and the length of space. One more time, inhaling and gently relaxing. We're going to take a moment to really review the suspension. Just feel how your spine feels. Maybe you feel a bit more supple, starting to get the feeling of letting the breath lead everything. Take your hands and turn the palms up with your thumbs. Thumbs are going to rest just under the cheekbone, and the other fingers are going to wrap around the base of the skull, just very lightly. And we're going to lift up. We're lifting the skull straight up to create a little bit of extra traction in the throat, in the neck, and in the spine, and to make that connection with our star or the heavens above, so that we're very, very beautifully lifted. And take one hand on the belly, other hand on top. We'll dive into the breath. Bring the inhalation right into your belly, filling your body and your hands. Exhale, let the breath out, staying tall, staying connected to the ground. And again, a lovely, full, inviting breath. Bringing in calm and peace, and each exhalation releasing deeper relaxation and cleansing the body of anything that might be a little stagnant. One more time, inhale, inviting in fresh energy, and exhale, releasing, cleansing, letting go. Now we're going to bring the fingertips up to the base of the skull, just pressing up a little bit. This helps us have that feeling of elongation. And on the inhale, we're focusing on the movement in the neck, the top of the spine. The elbows go back as we inhale. And wait for the exhale and let it be your cue for elbows forward and chin down a little bit. Inhale, let the breath lead you into this opening. The neck is supported so it doesn't collapse. And let the exhale lead you into the folding. Now it's quite natural that the rest of the spine is also moving, but the focus right now is at the neck. And one more time, inhale, and just stay here for an extra breath. Keep pressing the fingers gently upwards so you have a feeling of floating in the neck, and you can move with ease from side to side. You've got that beautiful open throat, and there's lots of support in the neck. Now just float the hands away and create a beautiful embrace of the sky. And you can lightly turn from side to side. Then inhale, reach up, look forward, and exhale, just let the hands float down, float down, float down, float down. Okay, so just a quick review. Breath first. Exhale, the top of the pelvis floats back. Inhale, the top of the pelvis floats forward. Exhale, pelvis floats back. Inhale, pelvis floats forward. Now the chest section. Exhale, chest floats back with an extra stretch of the shoulders. Inhale, chest opens forward, arms trail back. Exhale, arms like an extension of your chest. Inhale, float back. And let's do the neck without the hands, just using the lift inside. Inhale, a beautiful supported lift. That throat is so open. Exhale, a little curve of the neck. Chin forward. Inhale, beautiful support inside the column of the throat. And exhale, releasing. And just let yourself sit and enjoy. And now we're going to do a little wave. I'm going to take my hands behind me so you can see. So what we're going to do is curve the whole spine, which we're more familiar with. So this is the whole backbone curving, the whole spine. Now, the pelvis comes forward first, then the chest lifts, then the throat. That fulfills your inhalation. Exhale, let the whole spine bend into a cat. And as you inhale, it's a ripple. First the pelvis, smoothly coming into the chest, then the throat, getting that full inhalation. Exhale and let everything curve back. I'll put my hands behind, you don't have to. Pelvis, chest, throat. Exhale, soften and round everything. We'll do one more. Inhale, pelvis, chest, throat, and just coming to neutral. Lovely. Let's come and stand up and play with a few more waves. Taking a moment to register the standing pose, we'll have our feet a little wider than our shoulders, and you might like to have the toes turned out. Just practice a little bit, shifting from side to side. You can push with the foot you're moving away from just a little bit. Get a nice movement in the thighs. And then that's to find our placement and take a moment to feel your feet connecting into the support of the earth. You can put on that little hand position that helps you lift the skull and stretch the spine, and then gently relax. So now we're going to continue shifting from side to side, staying a little bit more upright, but with a light suspension. Now feel into your ankles. Is it possible to make them any softer than they are? We want a responsiveness in our feet, our ankles, our knees, and our hips. Okay, let's put that to the side for a little bit, and we'll think about the chest moving the shoulder, then the elbow, then the wrist, and the hands and fingers float down. We'll do that again. So inhale, shoulder, chest, shoulder, elbow, fingers reaching out, and exhale, softly relaxing. Inhale, chest, shoulder, elbow, reaching like a line of energy that just goes out through you, and release. And we'll do one more on this arm. The inhalation supports the movement, and the exhalation resolves and rests you. Take a moment and just circle the shoulders and fluff up a little bit. And we'll do that on the other side, then we'll put that all together. So think of the inhalation beginning into the chest, then moving out through the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, and the fingers. And exhale, it all softens down. Inhale, breath up to the chest, then through the shoulder, elbow. You can even lean a little bit. And we'll do two more. Wait for the breath. Each breath calls the movement forth. One more time. Inhalation, natural stretch, and relaxation. Now we're going to get back into the hips and just let the fingers float out. Let the chest rock from side to side. Feel free to adjust your breath, and you may notice that your head and neck say, "Whoa, I like this. I want to play too." Okay, so now settle back in, and on the inhale, out to the side, leaning. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, out to the other side. Exhale, come back. And just let yourself float from side to side. You may not even wish to bring your hands all the way down to the hips. It's an impulse that travels, and you can even step with it a little bit. So these are just suggestions. What the main thing I'd like you to feel into today is that the breath is the source of whatever you're doing with your body. I'm going to turn around. Sometimes it's easier to follow this way. And the ear almost wants to rest on the shoulder. It's a side wave through the body. Inhale when you take the expanding movement. Exhale when you resolve back towards center. And there's almost no change between, there's no stopping point is what I want to say. Let this get a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller, a little bit smaller. And just let that soft rocking, moving, swaying, waving And we're going to do one more spinal wave for today. So this is related to what we did on the chairs. Let's take our hands to begin with at the sacrum. On an exhalation, we're going to lean forward so the bum sticks out a little bit. Next movement is we're going to bend the knees and send the knees forward. And now we bring the knees, hips, chest, throat, and exhale, fold over. Add the arms if you like. Knees, hips, chest, throat, and exhale, let the arms float down. Inhale, knees, hips, chest, throat. Exhale, bend the elbows, float forward. Inhale, knees, hips, chest, throat. Bend the elbows, fold. Just think about your breath. Flow, let the breath flow through you. Exhale, leaning over. One more. Let the breath flow through you. And come gently to a finish. And a finishing movement. Bend the knees, hold the palms gently cupped. Just feel your breath. If you ever feel like you get a little bit confused, always stop, find your breath, and then proceed. Bending the knees a little bit. On the inhalation, let that chest breath flow through your arms, reaching out, open yourself up. Let your exhalation tell you it's time to soften the knees and soften the elbows. Let the inhalation rise like sap through a tree, through your body, reaching up and embracing a ball of light. And as you exhale, let the exhalation be a pouring and anointing all the way down through. Palms face each other. Inhale. Let the breath rise through you. Open yourself up like a big bird. Exhale, soften. Inhalation guides the energy up through your body, helping you reach and look up. And exhalation is the pouring like a soft rain or anointing of a holy oil. Let's do one more. Exhale, gathering. The breath is shaping your body. The breath is relaxing and shaping your body. The breath is energizing and nourishing and filling your body. The breath is releasing, healing, calming. And opening the hands, collecting all of the beautiful ocean of energy, folding the thumb and index finger, resting the hands on the low belly. Feel your feet and know that you're connected with the bounty of the yin source, the great Mother Earth, and that through the top of the head and that lightness, we are receiving also the blessings of the yang energy, Father Sky. Soft, gentle breathing. Notice if this way of moving with the breath first has calmed your mind, relaxed your body. And let yourself stand quietly on this beautiful perpendicular between heaven and earth, smiling, breathing, and feeling gratitude for the many blessings we all have in our lives. I wish you all a beautiful day or night, depending where you're viewing and what time. Thank you so much. If anyone has a moment to write in maybe a word or two about how you feel with breath first and how you feel after today's little movement session, I'd be very grateful. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Many, many blessings.